Welcome to the first of several Hawken Reborn tutorial videos where we're just going to try our best to explain some of the features, mechanics and systems that we have in the game. This particular video is meant to be pre-patrol, so it's before you jump into a patrol, what do you need to know and what are the things that you should be looking at. We're going to start here with the MercNet screen. MercNet screen is really more for future features. So you might get live events and things like that here. But at the moment, there's a couple of things to just go over. You've got three buttons here, which basically take you to external locations to the game. Tutorials take you to our YouTube channel and these YouTube videos that you're watching right now. Discussion will take you to our Discord channel. Feel free to join that. It can get quite lively in there, which is pretty good. And our latest dev blog. There's a link to the Steam page of our latest dev blog. The other major button here to notice is the go to patrol map. We're not going to click that in this particular tutorial. We're going to do that when we actually jump into a session. But that's basically how you would go and start a patrol. You go in there and that'll take you to another screen and you can begin a patrol. One thing to note about update 4 is we've added tooltips to every screen. So you'll see these question marks everywhere. In the lapse of a proper FATUI and proper tutorial, this was just a really quick and easy way for us to get information across to players that needed it. Remember, the game is still in early access, still in active development. It's not a finished game yet. So yeah, this is just the best way we could do it for now as a temporary way of feeding information. So you just literally click on them, and most of them have just got a series of bullet points explaining either the entire screen or explaining just the box that you've clicked on. Close it down, pretty much as you'd expect from a tooltip. So you can see sometimes they can be a little bit wordy, and we're going to do a little bit of work on them in future updates to hopefully just cut down, because I know a lot of people don't really like to read an entire wall of text. I'm one of them. I'm not a huge fan of it, but as I said, at least the information is there if you need it. There's only one, two, or three of these tooltips per screen. I would definitely recommend at least reading them at least once. There is information there that you might not know about, and because, like I said, because we haven't got a proper tutorial in there, you might get a little bit confused even in our front end. So it's worth just having a quick read of these. So if you look here, we've got the sub screens on the MercNet. Patrol is exactly the same as go to patrol. Again, we're not going to click on that in this tutorial. We'll take you there in another tutorial when we jump into a patrol run. But just to bring your attention to a new subscreen we've got, which is the codex. Again, as just a placeholder type answer to players not understanding the many features, systems and mechanics that we have in the game, because they can be quite complex and they do work with each other in complex ways. We've added a codex that you can basically come here, you can click on it, and you can hopefully find the answer to your question. You'll see that they'll scroll on the right. You have to grab it to scroll it. This explains what threat level is, for example, and the difference between threat level and world threat level. So come here, just find anything you want if it's in here, and hopefully you'll be able to understand a little bit more about that feature. The idea is to add more to these, by the way. This is not an exhaustive list at the moment, but we can very quickly add more to this section here. So yeah, so that's the codex. I'll click on home, and that's the MercNet screen in a nutshell.